Hi, welcome to JJ's Productions. We've got another Hitman Roulette. We're doing the world of tomorrow and we're going to be starting undercover in the mansion garden. We're going to be taking out Silvio Caruso with a fire axe disguised as a cyclist. We're going to be eliminating Francesca De Santis with a falling object disguised as the Red Plumber. And we're going to be exiting the level via Speedboat at the pier. So quite a fun little set of challenges, mostly due to the disguises, but let's get to it. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to go straight towards the observatory area. We're going to go through there and we're just going to grab a biolab keycard. So the first thing we're going to do is go down to the biolab. We're going to destroy the virus and then we're going to just get a more appropriate disguise. So we walk in the observatory, pick up the biolab keycard, and we're going to go downstairs to the biolab entrance. Now for the record, the items that I brought along with me include Napoleon blown apart and the remote breach charges. I've also brought a sniper rifle with me, which I've stored down here, but you do not need to bring it if you are a good enough shot to take out the virus. So it's all dependent on your own ability level. So I'm disguised as the gardener, so I can't be too obvious around this area, but just sneak around this guard, subdue him, put him in the crate, take his disguise. You can also grab his rifle, but it doesn't have much of an impact. It all depends if you want to do what I do here, which is I pick the rifle up in a moment and I'm going to use it to use the jump glitch just so I can get to the bottom level a little bit faster. To do that, you aim and press the drop button at the same time and it just makes you drop a lot faster. At that point I even drop the rifle because I don't need it anymore. So the sniper rifle's here. I did think I picked it up, but I hadn't. And from here all I do is I'm going to go up the stairs. But first of all, I'm going to grab a wrench and take out the surveillance. So there's a wrench here. I'm going to put the sniper rifle back on just because I've put the covert one, which has got a subsonic attachment, which means I can shoot very quietly. So that's the surveillance down. I've also grabbed emetic poison. And now I'm going to go back upstairs to take out the virus. So 1 minute 45, quite a bit's happened already. Nothing too spectacular, but you know, you can obviously see a chain of events so far. So I'm going to take out the virus. Now this is where I proved myself to be a lousy shot because even though I had it well lined up, I still sort of kept nudging it because I was like, is it? But it went in, so that's never all that matters. So I dropped the sniper rifle, I don't need that again. And what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go upstairs towards the kitchen. So let's unlock this door. I'm going to grab the fire axe on the way through, so let's just grab that, pick it up, and we're going to drop it outside just in the path of where Silvio will die. I'm sure you have an idea where that could be. It isn't the observatory this time, it's going to be just out here by the crate. So we drop it there, that'll stall the chef as well, which is handy. So we're going to run through here, we're going to go through the door, and we're going to poison Silvio's food. Now, as it turns out, neither of the chefs are looking at this point, so it's easy enough to poison. As you can see, he's busy frying his spaghetti or whatever, the other one's got his back to us, so you can easily just go ahead and do the poison. From here, we're going to grab the mansion keycard. I nearly went through that door, but then I remembered where I was going. So grab the mansion keycard and use it on the door down here to get into the town of Sapienza. You could use a breach charge in the biolab, but we're going to do that later anyway, so we don't need to worry about doing it right this second. So we're going down the stairs and we're going to just equip the remote breach charge because we're going to need it very quickly, or very soon should I say. So we're going down here and we're going to go into the sewer area. We're going to just aim the remote breach charge just to get it sort of ready, and as soon as you can blow up that gate. So detonate it, I'm going to equip the wrench and I'm going to knock out the Red Plumber. Now, no one, to my knowledge at least, comes down this tunnel area, so you should be free to leave him there and take his disguise. Pick up the wrench though, because we're going to need that. So let's run through here, and from here what we're going to do is get back into the biolab. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to need that other remote breach charge, so we're going to go through the cave entrance, as I'll call it. I'll be honest, it's probably all got entrance or sort of names for it, but yeah, this is what I'll call the cave entrance. So run round here. We've got the little fake wall here. Drop a breach charge out of the inventory and detonate it. That will cave the wall in, and then we're just going to crouch for a second because sometimes there can be someone coming down the stairs on the right, so just keep an eye out for that. And then we're going to just run through this entire area. We're going to take cover where possible just in case someone looks this way. and from there we're going to just take a bit of cover quite close to where the sniper rifle was waiting by this crate. So Francesca's on her way, and what we're going to do is get our exit strategy prepared. So I've just dropped Napoleon blown apart, and that will lure a lab technician over here. Now at this point I did have to have a little bit of patience, just for the fact that he brings a friend along with him. So we're just going to wait for that guard to get a certain distance away, and as soon as he is, throw the wrench, knock him out. Yeah, he's a bit dramatic how he falls. So pick up the wrench, hide his body in the crate, and at this point I make a little bit of a boo-boo. I'm sort of overconfident about the situation. As you can see, Francesca's just coming down the stairs. So what I'm doing at this point is I'm sort of just wasting time, and I completely missed my shot the first time round, and I try a second shot inside the biolab and I realise that doesn't kill her. So I'm going to fast forward to the kill point, so I'll see you in a minute. It is fair to say with this one I could have got a much better time if I had missed the first shot when she was walking into the virus area. But as you can see, I can still get her on the way out. Just take a shot at the stalactite as soon as you believe she's about to walk under it, and then it's an easy kill. So straight away I change into the lab technician disguise. I don't need to wait around for any other reason. I'm going to go this way just because it's the quicker way to get upstairs, and from here I'm going to head towards the kitchen again. As you saw, I've poisoned Silvio's food, but I hadn't rang the bell. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to ring the bell and get Silvio on his bike. Oddly enough, that's also what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to get the cyclist. Honestly, I didn't mean to do that pun, I just found it funny when I said it. So, we're going to go upstairs. We're going to go just to this way, to the left. We don't have to go through the observatory because we're in the trespassing area anyway. Just make sure no one's looking. Shoot the bell while you've got a chance here and you're in cover. Once you've shot the bell, we're going to go all the way to the cyclist. Now, I was a bit disappointed to be honest, because I had hoped that there would be a cyclist disguise hanging around somewhere, but it's a very unique disguise where you've only got the one cyclist. So I was a little bit flummoxed when I saw this challenge, because I thought, I know where the cyclist is, and I also know how to get him to stand up, but I wasn't 100% convinced how to knock him out without someone finding him. And the answer is, it's very simple. You just knock him out. No one looks where I knock him out. So I'm quite pleased about that. The difficulty in this moment is that you've got that guy taking photos, and it does slow things down a little bit. I mean, I had a playthrough before this, and he was walking this way just as I'd knocked the cyclist out. Now, it didn't have an impact again, he didn't catch the body. But it's just one of those where you're like, really? Do you need to be causing trouble at this point? But like I say, it doesn't cause any issues. I mean, you've got the delivery man there. He won't spot you if you knock this guy out, or at least not once he's there. So you can just aim the wrench, knock him out, take the disguise. Now, there was one thing I didn't take into account at this point, which I would have benefited by doing, which is that I've got the mansion keycard on me. So if you want to do things just a little bit quicker, instead of going or doing what I do, which is going through the safe house, you could go to the left and use your keycard on the door there. So that's a quicker option. However, I don't think speed is necessarily important at this point because Silvio's still got to get poisoned. So it's not necessarily something that I regret, but if you're talking about efficiency, yes, I would argue use the keycard because no one will spot you. Anyway, I've gone through here, so there's no harm in what I've done already. We've just passed Rocco's sister, so we know she won't walk past here, so we can easily just sneak through the kitchen area. The chef won't be there because he's busy catering to Silvio, so we can just walk through this entire area. Be on the lookout though, because sometimes you can get NPCs just being a bit random. There was a mansion staff, I think it is, it's the ones who wear the waistcoats. One of them walked out of a door once and caught me, so like I say, just be careful because NPCs are random sometimes. But yeah, At this point I believe Silvio's just had his poison, so we're alright there. I'm just going to pick up the fire axe and I'm going to just take a look at him. Which I believe, as I say, I think he's been poisoned by this point. And the main difficulty at this point is just trying to find a good position, because what actually caught me out in this whole idea, I would have been better using the fire axe if I'd have done it with the observatory challenge where I play the VHS tape. But instead, because I did it on this one, there was a slight risk that once I committed the kill, he'd fall off the ledge, or the edge of the cliff. So yeah, I was a bit concerned, that's why I sort of paused here, because I was thinking, can I actually do it? But as it turns out, all I have to do is sneak behind him, and 47's quite good to me here, and he actually pulls him. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with how that ended up. So pick his body up, drag it in the crate, and from here all we've got to do is get out of the mansion. Now I would have thought it would be a bit too difficult trying to get out as the cyclist, so what I decided to do is I've just had a quick look with instinct to see if anyone was around, and when I see the coast is clear, I make towards the first door on the right. Just be careful of the, suspicion as always. We're going to go down these stairs and we're going to put on the housekeeper disguise. At that point we've got no other obstacles on our path, or at least nothing too difficult, so we can make our way to the exit speedboat. So I would like to thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you're enjoying these Hitman Roulettes, subscribe, because there will be a video every Saturday. I'm apologising for anyone who tried to tune in on the Friday just past for my FIFA Fridays live stream. I was away at the time, so I wasn't able to do the live stream. I did try and do a mishmash though on the day before though, so hopefully if you were wondering where it was, at least I've given you an answer. Next week we're doing Hitman Absolution on Tuesday. It'll be a live stream again. And we've got Hitman for Noobs on Monday as always. So if you like your Hitman, you've got a few options there if you're interested. Other than that, once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. This has been Josh from JJ's Productions, and until next time, bye for now.